Kevin, man, we made it. What's going on, sir? How are you?
Dr. Frazier, I'm happy to be here, man. Blessed and highly favored per usual. How are you?
Hey, I'm good. I would just be mocking what you just said, man. I don't think I could find a problem if I was looking for it, man. Things have been really good. Things have been really good.
There we go. Love to hear it. Love to hear it.
I'm with it, man. I came across you and what you're doing with sports and your content and things that you're building and creating. And I was like, how do I get in front of this guy, or how do I get him in front of me? Your energy, your intentionality it's undeniable. Like it is intentionally uplifting and positive, but not just for the cliche reasons. It is because you are really tapped into something you really enjoy doing. And when I think about the people that the Deaf Talks podcast, wants to get in front of and have conversations with, the builders, the dreamers, the creatives, the hybrids, the different difference makers, those type of people, I'm saying to myself, like, he's one of those people. And I don't want to bite my tongue on this. I'm not just looking to get in front of popular and famous people. Like, you'll hear me say this on every episode. I'm looking to get in front of the best people. And I feel that you are one of those best people. So I'm excited that we're here. I'm excited to jump into these questions and the organic things that will come up while we're talking, man. I'm excited to be sitting in front of you today.
So that is incredibly high praise. That's someone who struggles to compliment themselves. Thank you for that. And the word you use, intentionality, I take great pride in, right?
Yeah.
Because I'm big on sports are supposed to be fun.
Supposed to be.
Sports media and sports fandom in general has took such a turn in the opposite direction. So I try my best not to be a part of that. Yeah, every so often you got to rip somebody if they're worthy of being ripped. But for the most part, I try to keep everything fun, try to keep it light. And unless a serious topic arises, you got to deal with that. But for the most part, that's the time I'm on.
And look, and I love the type of time you're on. For the people that don't know, I have your social media pulled up. You're a sportscaster, a storyteller. You're a man after my own heart with the storytelling. History and analysis for diehards and casuals when it comes to the sports and the media. Watch and enjoy. And it is, again, undeniable that you aren't only passionate about what you do, but you enjoy it as well. Like, this isn't even one of the questions that I have, but there are some people who are good at what they do, but you can tell they don't enjoy it.
Absolutely.
You're good at what you do, and I can tell that you actually enjoy it.
So there was a time where I didn't, right? Because I was trying to chase SEO and the trending topics, and I was only doing game previews during the season. Yeah, like, it's a Monday night football game, it's Thursday night football game. I didn't directly do gambling for moral reasons, but I would do like I think this team's gonna win, and I think this guy's gonna have a good game. Do with that what you will. So that would be me. And it got to a point where that just wasn't fulfilling. Like, just throwing hot takes into the ether for the sake of let's rile them up in the comments, like that, it just wasn't fulfilling. So that's why I steered more towards the things I cared about, which is the history and the storytelling. I grew up on NFL films. I grew up wanting to learn more about these old school NBA players. I have somewhere in my house, I have like a 3rd grade project I did on Bill Russell.
What?
Yeah, somewhere in here, it's somewhere. But some Black History Month project I did on Bill Russell. Like, that's the type of things I've always been into. The hot take stuff is cool. The prediction stuff is cool. It's good when you're right. You get a lot of comments when you're wrong. Yeah. But at the end of the day, telling the story of these sports I love so much is what I find fulfilling.
Well, if you're going to twist my arm about it, fine. I'll ask you the first question. What are you building right now, and why does it matter to you personally?
Ooh, for a sheer selfish reason, I'm trying to build myself a career to, at the end of the day, be the greatest sportscaster to ever live.
Please talk your talk.
That is the goal, to be mentioned among the greats, the Stuart Scotts, the Ahmad Rashads, the Dan Patricks, the Bill Simmons. That's the ultimate goal personally.
Yeah.
But I don't think I've talked about this publicly. But
we'll take an exclusive.
Altruistic reasons, after you've amassed the fame, the money, the success, What I really want to do is build an equivalent of Tyler Perry Studios in Prince George's County, Maryland, because I
Okay.
think the DMV is this beautiful talent bed that has no curation whatsoever.
Wow.
Unlike, like we know, the mid 2010s had the Atlanta movement because they had a LaFace Records, they had an
Yeah.
Epic, they had Stankonia Studios where they can go record everything. Maryland
True.
simply doesn't have that. So I want to be the person to build that. And that's the ultimate goal for altruistic reasons. So all that I'm building now, so the 1 minute video that you see is all a piece of the giant puzzle that will be that in certain amount of years into the future. Being the greatest ever at what I do and being able to raise the next generation of the greatest ever at what they do.
You said something that I absolutely love. And you said for selfish reasons. And I do not feel that, first of all, working in the mental health field, I implore people to be intentionally selfish. It is one of the healthiest things that you can do. When you do it in the right way, it can be very healthy. Think about the people and the places and the things that you say that you love. If you do not put yourself first and rest and have care and joy and light and and really put yourself first, you're giving to these people and these environments out of an empty fountain, out of a lesser fountain, you out of exhaustion, out of irritation, maybe out of lack of self-confidence because of all the ways that you're pushing yourself. And when you said that, I got excited because that's a key that a lot of people are missing. You want to do, I hope y'all listening. You want to do so many amazing things for other people, but this isn't even a question on my list. Maybe you can speak to it. Do you know why or what it is, why people are okay and have all the energy and time in the world to do amazing things for other people, but not themselves?
So me and my therapist actually talked about this when we first got started, because it took me a while to be able to look at myself and be like, I want this for me and me alone.
Yeah.
Because you're taught to be humble, selfless.
Yes.
You're taught that. You're taught even as a little kid, you could have just got your favorite toy for Christmas. And if you got siblings, what's the first thing your mom tells you? Share with your siblings. You're taught that. And at some point you start to internalize it and it follows you throughout the rest of your life.
Yes.
You think, okay, no matter what I get in life, no matter how accomplished I get, the point is to share it with others. And I still feel that to an extent. Like that's still where I am.
Yeah. No, to an extent, yeah.
Yeah, to an extent, I still feel that. I still want to do for others, but at the end of the day, I can't do for others if I don't do for me. So, like, that's all where it comes at the end of the day. And shout out to my therapist for helping me realize that.
Hey, shout out to the therapist. To an extent, it's like some people don't have that. They're just going and they're tired and giving you their last hour on the phone and driving 3 miles, all these things. And it's like, hey, you're good enough for that too. Now, again, because you're so great at this exchange, another question that's not on my list. This is not that type of podcast. I promise. This is an honest question. This is not no bait and switch. We don't do that type of stuff on this podcast. I hear a lot of great things about the DMV. I really do. Like I hear a lot of great things, and you want to do this thing to the heights of, like you said, to the heights of a Tyler Perry Studios there. I moved out of Cleveland, Ohio, because I felt I could not do it there. All the things that I want to obtain and do. That is something you feel that you can do there in your hometown, I'm assuming?
If it requires me to leave at first, the journey will always lead me back home.
Okay, please unpack that.
So in this sports media game, if I want to take a starter job as a sports reporter in any news market, the odds of that first job being in a market as large as DC
Come on.
is very slim. And I realized that.
Yeah.
So if it requires me to start in, I won't say a specific city or state, for the sake of not risking future employment,
Yes.
but
I'm not
but
going
if
back
it
to Cleveland, Ohio. I'm good.
I mean, if it requires me to move to insert city state here to
Yeah.
start the journey that
Yeah.
eventually will lead me back to the point where I built a career, to the point where, okay, now I can do this from my home area,
Yes.
that is that is eventually the goal. Like that is eventually what I want to build. You look at some of the bigger stars, we'll just do music for now, or
Sure.
even comedy.
Sure.
They had to leave
Yes.
to get popping. Like Dave Chappelle had to go to New York. Brent Fayez had to go to Los Angeles. Wale had to go to New York. Like
Yeah.
everyone had to go to a bigger city to make it. And the world I want to create is no, you can make it here. Like to the point where they don't have to go through what I probably would have to go to of
Yeah.
leaving your home area and leaving everyone you know and love to go pursue this career that you also love. No,
Yeah.
let's do it here. Let's build the studio here. Let's build the media markets here. Like we're near DC. Like it shouldn't be this
Shouldn't be that
difficult
difficult.
to
Yeah.
build it up, but for whatever reason it is.
So correct me if I'm wrong. Are you saying that you you want to not just do it for you, but build a stage and a door that other people can step up on and walk through as well?
Absolutely.
Okay. Okay.
Absolutely.
Speaking to these changes, these things you've done, these things you've created, I'm pretty sure there was some decision making in there, and you had to do this or do that. What decisions or shifts had the biggest impact on getting you to where you are today?
Oh, this one's easy. My first degree is in biology.
Okay.
I am currently, when's February 6th? About a week from now, week and a
Yeah.
half.
Yep.
I'm a week and a half away from graduating with my sportscasting degree from Full Sail. I did,
Congrats.
thank you. I did a complete career change. Like
Yeah.
I was in the medical field, was doing great, was about to get my doctorate. And something just hit me, man. Like, I don't know, something about the entire world shutting down really changed my mindset during the pandemic. Gives you a lot of time to think about what you're actually passionate about and whatever, but it just steered me towards what am I actually passionate about.
Mhm.
And talking about sports sounds like a simple answer, but for me it was always more than that, and I'm pursuing it now. About to get a professional degree in it. Been creating content on my own for 4 years now. So that's the big shift in my entire life that's led me to where I am now.
You're absolutely killing it. If you wouldn't have told me you were in school for something else, I would have thought, and I'm going to be really honest, I would have thought that this is what you went to school for. Nothing against education, nothing
Mhm.
against, educational institutions or anything like that. You give me teacher, professor, like you give me
Mm.
leader, like looking at the way you do what you do, I'm surprised that someone could teach you that.
So some of it's natural charisma, some of it is repetition. I've made over 1,000 videos at this point, and I've studied the game a little bit as far as storytelling, hooks, blah 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 when it comes to
Yeah.
video creation.
Yeah.
But a lot of it comes from, I'm gonna sound like an ad when I'm
No,
talking about
no,
Full
run
Sail,
it. Run the
but
ad.
at Full Sail, you're learning from industry professionals. You're not just learning from professors who learned it in school. You're learning from, I've been a sportscaster for 10 years here in Orlando. I used to be specifically my vocal training professor, Dr. Christine Wynn.
Come on.
She was on QVC for 10 hours a day, having to hold all these vocal techniques that she taught me when she was vocal training me. And when I would say, this is hard to keep up for an entire span of a video, I'm talking about 10 minutes. She used to do it for 10 hours. So they can grab and teach me the experience in that way. So that curation was necessary to the way I articulate in my regular life, the way I articulate my way on videos, the way I'm able to storytell. All that built upon each other to the creator that I am now and the creator I'll continue to be the more I do this.
What might people misunderstand about your journey or the work that you do?
I think you kind of hit it. A lot of people, if you don't know me personally, will think that this was always the goal. Like
Mm,
when I was going to be a doctor, I was full speed ahead going to be a doctor. I don't know how to do anything halfway. So
yeah, it's all.
from age 16 to 23, 22,
Mhm.
it was full speed ahead. I'm gonna be a doctor, and I'm gonna be the best in the world at that too.
Yep.
Like it was,
Yep. Yep.
it was always the mentality until I had that realization. And now that I'm here, I'm like, no, this is what I actually want to do, and I'm gonna be the greatest in the world at that.
Now you're here.
Mm-hmm.
And I imagine, I don't want to put words in your mouth or put anything on you. Now you're here. I imagine there's been some growth. I imagine there's been some shifts and some things changing. It, did you have to become someone different or do something different for these goals and ideas to actually work? You say you're full steam ahead. Once you're in something, you're doing it complete 100%. Who did you have to become to see these things actually unpack?
What a good question, because the answer is kind of complicated, because the first part of getting on camera is learning to be yourself on camera.
Authenticity.
And then after that, it's where's the line between learning all these new broadcasting skills, improving my vocal technique,
Mhm.
while also remaining yourself. Prime example for me, I do have a DMV accent that I have to suppress sometimes because I can't do a newscast saying mothers, brothers, whatever.
Yeah.
I have to actually pronounce the ER at the end of
I wish you
my
would.
sentence. Sometimes I may let one or two slip if I'm doing
Yeah,
one on social media because I'm not actively suppressing as much. But for
sure.
like my demo reel that I'm sending to news stations, I have to be clear on that because that could be held against me. Let alone I'm a black man.
Mm.
Let alone I'm a black man with dreads. Let's not make this worse. So
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
it's one of those
yeah.
things. So to answer the question directly, at first it was learning how to authentically be me and not an amalgamation of the content creators and sportscasters I love. And then after that, it was balancing the refinement with the authenticity.
I know what you mean when you say the balance and having to suppress and things of that nature. Uh, because I live in the same world again, already black, got tattoos all up and down my body. Like
Mm.
all the things like, man, you got to bring d- I think one of the simplest ways to ask this question again, not even on the list. Does that make you feel some type of way? That do you feel that you don't get to show up authentically, or are you like, no, that's just me, another part, like, or or do you wish you could be there, mothers, brothers, and who like, do you? How does that make you feel?
There's always spaces for me to be me. If it's not, for example, that's why it's so important for me to be able to create on my own.
Yeah,
Because I can we're just going to keep using the accent for an example. I can let the accent rock a little bit. If
yeah.
I'm working for a media outlet and they say no to one of my ideas, I
Yeah,
still create on my own. I'm like, okay, I'll do it myself. Like, it's one of those things
got
where
it.
I have my personal life where I could speak essentially however I please.
Sure.
But everyone kind of puts on a little professional razzle dazzle in their
Yeah,
own life.
yeah,
If I have to do that for the sake of talking about sports on camera, oh God, woe is me. Like
yeah. I hear you. I hear you.
it's one of those. And knowing the reality of the world, while it is frustrating as a black man, you realize that that frustration becomes a hindrance at some point, because at the end of the day, you gotta do what you gotta do. Like,
Yeah, yeah. Is your goal to kind of have your foot in both worlds, or is it to eventually, like you say, build your own thing as big as Tyler Perry Studios? Is this kind of like a little launching pad, a little catapult, to where it is you really want to be? So, or I guess a better way to ask that question is, on your own platform and your own brand, would you speak differently?
not necessarily. Like, I got to a point where I've got pretty good at meshing the two. I'm just not as strict with myself on something I make for me as I would be, for example, something I make for Full Sail.
Sure,
Like
sure. Yeah.
prime example, assignment I did last week or 2 weeks ago. Matthew Stafford. It was a report on the Rams and Bears game,
Yeah.
or the Panthers game, one of those two. And Matthew Stafford threw for 300 yards. Now notice I said 100. I noticed I did it on camera, and I was like, gotta go back and redo this so I can go fix that.
Ain't no 300 out there.
Yeah, like I simply can't do that. That'll be held against me.
Wow, yeah.
Is it annoying to have to read the same script for the second time in a row with the same amount of enthusiasm? Sure. And if I was doing it on myself, we letting it rock. I'm not editing out nothing, I'm reshooting anything. Is it annoying? Sure, but it is what it is. Like, you kind of just got to do it. Again, people in their everyday lives, at their everyday jobs, have to do similar.
Yeah.
Have to hold a little bit of themselves back at their job. I'm talking about sports. How blessed am I? Like, if that's the price I have to pay, then
what was you? Yeah.
Oh, well.
Yeah. I mean, but he did throw for 300 yards. Like,
he did throw for 300 yards.
Yeah.
He did.
Is there something that is kind of right there for you, something within your grasp, something that you have not, that you can't talk about? You don't got to spill the beans on nothing that you're working on that you don't want to share yet. But a lot of times it's, what's that next thing? What are you working on next? That's cool. I'm talking about that thing that is right outside of your grasp. You know it's there. You know it's coming. Not graduation. We know you're graduate. You're smart as a whip. Not, doing the, what's that thing that you're like, ooh, it's right there, and I can't wait to grab it?
So I do this docu-series called Sports Guard, right?
Okay.
And the tagline is having fans go through their first-person perspective of their worst sports moments ever. The reason I love the show, because the moment I finish the tagline, everyone who hears it immediately thinks of their worst sports moment ever. It doesn't take long to get someone to think of their moment.
Yeah.
I've been doing it for, I think I started in May last year, so we're going on half a year now, going on a year.
Wow.
And a few months. And that show, there's a next level that I can take it to that is closer to my grasp than I think it is from time to time.
Okay.
And to me, that's it. Like, turning a docuseries I do on myself to a much bigger production on a bigger platform, that would be the thing for me.
How long have you been doing this?
This docuseries itself.
No. The whole thing. The whole thing.
The whole thing on my own?
Yeah. When did you say, this is who I am, this is what I'm doing?
I think I made my first video, Kanye West Doesn't Care About Black People, in August of 2022.
Yeah.
Yeah, so August 2022. So this is going on year 4 now.
Year 4. In these 4 years, what is the biggest difference that Kevin has noticed about himself? Whether it's growth, whether it's the change in idea, there's a version of you 4 years ago, and there's a version of you now. Both of you are doing sportscasting and storytelling. What's the biggest difference between these two Kevins?
So the obvious one is skill level. Like, videos that used to take me 2 days to edit, I can do in like 15 minutes now.
Yeah.
But as from like on camera and this life thing, it's a confidence thing. Like, editing yourself and having to view yourself frame by frame by frame every single day, and having to write and listen to your own voice, that could either break you to a point of depression, or it can make you feel like the most confident person in the world. I chose option B, because I can't handle being depressed every day for 4 years.
I'm with you.
You learn to love what you look at, and that spills over to when you wake up in the morning and you're brushing your teeth, and how you carry yourself around the world. If people were looking at you, you're not thinking, "Oh my God, they can see me." You're thinking, "Hell yeah, they looking at me."
Yeah.
Like, yeah, they're looking at me. If I could look at me, I'd look at me too.
Right,
like, it becomes one of those things, and that, I think, is the biggest difference. Just the overall confidence level has severely increased since 2022.
What do you tell people that are, because we're recording it right now, but people are going to be listening to this and watching this in the future. What do you tell those people who are kind of there. The confidence isn't there. They do want to, they do know what it is they want to do. They're trying, they're pushing. Is there something you say to those people that like, I've been there, but is there something you say to these people?
I say the same thing to everyone who asks me how to do content creation or how to start at anything. Start today.
Yeah.
Do it right now. Start today. Don't, oh, I need this for tomorrow. No. Start today. Whatever tools at your disposal, whatever skills at your disposal, start right now.
Yeah.
Figure it out as you go. This microphone in front of me, I didn't have until a year in. The very laptop I'm recording on, I didn't have until I started school in 2024. Yeah. Again, we just said I started in 2022. There's a camera in front of me. There's another microphone behind the camera that I use when I want to do stand-ups. Pretty much everything on my desk right now that I'm looking at it. I haven't had, I think the longest is like 2 years. Even I had to get a new phone for storage. Like everything that you have at your disposal right now, whether you know it or not, is enough to start today. So make it happen right now. Everything else will grow from there. I guarantee it.
I asked you a very specific question.
Mm-hmm.
I asked you a very specific question, and I did not expect you to answer like that. Now, here's the thing: from content to content creator, from content creator to content creator. I'm going to steal that.
Go for it.
I want to look at you when I say that. You better use it now. I'll give you credit the first time or two.
That's fair.
Third time down. Hey,
you can make it a Dr. Fraser original. It's all. Listen, the more people we can get to start the day, the better. I don't care where they get the information from. Like just start today.
But that is. I'm sorry, I just got to sit in this for a second because it's deeper than what I think the listeners or the viewers are grasping it as. It's deeper because working in the field of psychology, there's what we say and there's what we communicate.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe that there are more people, and this is your content, I'm taking this from you. I believe that there are more people who ask, how? Man, this is good. Ladies and gentlemen, Kevin Pearce. You can call yourself whatever. I know a great one when I'm sitting in front of one.
Thank you, Doc. Thank you.
And man, you got that stuff.
Thank you.
Like you got that stuff. Let me unpack this for a quick second.
Mm-hmm.
Because of the epiphany that you just shared, this is how I took it. Oh, this is so rich. When people ask how to do it because of what you just said, I don't think that's the question they're really asking. I believe, see, just let me land this.
Go ahead.
And let me take my time with this.
Take your time. I'm here. This is your show.
No, this is about you. but you, if people are not hearing you, but they're listening, they can have their lives changed. If people are not just hearing what you're saying, but they're listening to what you're saying, they can have their lives changed because of what you just said. When people ask how to do it, or how is it done, or what do they do, I don't believe they're asking how do we do it, or what would you say, or what do you do. Mm-hmm. I believe they're asking how to not be afraid. I believe that's the real question. And the reason why I believe that's the real question is because of the way you answered the question. Mm-hmm. Because the main reason that because here's the thing, people don't need a lot of information if it's something they want to do. Mm-hmm. People don't need to understand the totality of a thing if it's something they desire or need. If they know enough, see enough, smell enough, touch enough, taste enough, they're like, yep, that's good enough. I'll take it. But when a person says, okay, how? And you cut right through the fat and you say, start today. That's how you do it. Because you're not asking me how to do this. You're asking me, how do I not become afraid? How do I get rid of this fear and this hesitancy in my mind, in my heart, in my chest? And whatever your experiences were over the past 4 years, from where you were to where you are now, you got the secret sauce, bro. Like if people if people couldn't hear and you couldn't speak, your actions would show you really are who you say you are.
Oh man, that's heavy. Oh man,
how do
that's
you
heavy.
do it? Start today.
And you know what's crazy? Even as you said, they're asking how to not be afraid. My answer would be the same. Like analysis by paralysis by overanalysis is a very
it's
real thing. Get out of your head and start. I'm not saying you're gonna jump off the porch and your first video is gonna do 1 million views. That's not what I'm saying. And also this could be applied to everything outside of content creation as well. You want to be a chef, go cook. You want to record, you want to be a musical artist, go sing. You want to go back to school, go look up programs. Like just start today. Like throw all of it out. Whatever's holding you back, throw it out and just dedicate yourself to starting right now. And then step 2 is showing up the next day. Repeat the process. Start today, show up tomorrow, and then look back in however long, and you're gonna be so grateful you started that day.
If anybody out of all the bodies who you just be like, would you throw that away? If anybody should have a course or a program or a book or a podcast, we're thankful for what you do. It's you.
Well, thank you, Doc.
It truly is. Now this last question, I'm gonna sit back and I'm gonna take notes. This last question is my favorite question.
Mm-hmm.
Curated by yours truly. You have the attention of the entire world.
Ooh.
Every ear can hear you, every eye can see you, and every language can understand you. You have the attention of the entire world, and you have it for 60 seconds. What would you tell them?
Whew. Do I want to start a revolution or do I want to inspire billions? Like I'm trying to think what side of this I want to be.
It's literally your world, and they all looking. So.
I'm trying to think because there's a huge part of me that wants to be like, hey, there's like 15 billionaires in the world that are ruining our lives. There's 8 billion of us. Let's get them. Like, there's part. Yeah, let's go. Let's go.
Stop us all.
They can't stop us all. Like there's part of that. And then the other half would be me reiterating, you are enough right now to succeed at whatever you want to do. Kevin. And that could apply to everybody. Like you are enough right now. You don't need to, if I lose this 15 pounds, get a partner. Or if I could only make this much money. No, you're enough right now to start pursuing your dreams. So go do it. So one of those two depends on what mood I'm in.
I like both. The first one, I like both. Ending this episode, I don't ask or say how can we support. Support is something else.
Mm-hmm.
I ask, how can we connect with you to make our lives better? Do we subscribe? Do we purchase a book? Do we pick up some merch? Do we go to a website? Do we follow you on all social media platforms? Like, how do we connect with you to make our lives better?
At KPearceTV on pretty much every platform but Twitter, because that place is a cesspool. You'll see every single video I make on all the platforms because I like to spread myself out a bit. Yeah. And I'm not one of those people that don't respond to DMs because I feel like I'm too good. As you know,
he's telling the truth.
Because you reached out to me via DM for this interview. But one of my favorite things is people who follow me, people who support me, people whatever that'll just DM me and just want to talk about stuff, whether that be life at home or they just want to bat around a sports take. They'll be able to use it to borrow their friends. Like, I love doing that. So if you want to connect with me, you want to work with me, please just DM me on any of the social sites at KPearceTV. That's PEARCE TV, and you will be able to find me. We can connect from there.
If you will, I've got to find a way for us to do this in person out there.
Sure.
Like, it would be awesome. I believe you would be such an amazing host and orator and compliment to whether it's a studio or something like that. We will allow the listeners and viewers to soak up this episode, and it is my intention to make sure that we get a round 2 of this.
Sounds good. I'm always ready. Just hit me again.
Will do. Thank you so much for sharing space with us today.
Thank you for having me, Doc.